Sneezy on the beat.
So basically what you see here is my 1989 Honda Prelude. This is a 4WS 2.0 liter, and it is completely done in black. This is like a gloss black finish. Of course, it's completely ruined. I will tell you a bit of a story about that. And this one, the 4WS, is the one that has the front and back wheels turning. It is a coupe. That means it's a two-door car, and standing on it, or what it stands on rather, are 14-inch wheels with Hercules tires. These tires are not bad. They're still very good because this car does not really go off-road and stuff. I usually just drive it on-road, and yeah. So this car has actually been sitting here for quite a long time. I think it's been like over 6 months, and that's because of something that happened to the fuse box. One time I was connecting an amplifier, or rather I disconnected the amplifier, but I left the positive terminal out, and it touched the body, and yeah, I was in the house, so I came outside, found the hood on fire, put the fire out, and found that the fuse box had all melted. So it took me a while to find the fuse box. I actually couldn't find one here. I checked a number of car breakers, but nobody had anything because this is not your everyday vehicle and it's pretty old. So yeah, but I was able to get one off eBay in the US, and yeah, we reinstalled it. It's not the most clean install, of course, but yeah, it works. The car comes on and most of the electronics are working. These lights here used to go down, but they don't anymore because I don't know, I think the motor's fried when the fire came up. But yeah, the lights are functional, and yeah, pretty much works. So now I think it's time that we actually take a look at what's under the hood of this car. So like I said in the beginning, this car is pretty much a stock car. There's not much I've done even under the hood of this car. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. I use Bosch Super 4 plugs on this car. I don't know, I just find that they run much smoother. But in the future, of course, I want to have like maybe iridium plugs or something more high performance for better output from this. And it has a dual side draft carburetors. That means this thing has like 2 carburetors. It has like a single carburetor for 2 of each cylinder, 2 of the cylinders on each side of the block, left and right. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But let's talk about stopping power now, since you know how I move. Down here we have single piston calipers. There's nothing special about them. Again, this car is completely stock, so it's pretty boring. At the back, you also have single piston calipers. So this thing stops on all four sides, and yeah, they're pretty good. It's got no anti-lock braking system, so if I hit the brakes too hard, the thing locks up and I completely lose control. So it's a bad thing, but I do not drive poorly, so they work. So talking about my favorite features about this car, I would say the first is the stance of the car. I mean, this thing stands pretty low to the ground, and I know sometimes it's a problem with the speed bumps and, you know, just getting around. Like, I don't get to visit a number of places like my grandma's house because it's in the farm, and that's because of the stance of this car. But I do like how low it stands, and as well that four-wheel steering system. This thing takes corners pretty fast, so yeah, that's because of the four-wheel steering system. It makes it very stable in taking corners. I'm not prone to understeer most of the times, but yeah, it's a pretty good system. I do like the stance and the four-wheel steering system on this car. Right, that's all I had for you on my 1989 Honda Prelude. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to get an update on all the other videos that we're going to be posting here. We're going to try and get you cars that are not so stock as mine. But I just wanted to do this because, you know, nobody has done this, or as far as I've seen, nobody has been doing this. But this is something that Z-Tuned wants to put out there, that, you know, some of the car clubs can come out and actually tell us what their cars are running and just the things that they have done to their cars. Please like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, but hit that subscribe button so that you always get an update on what we're doing. We hope to see you next time. Later.